It happens in an instant. One moment, the world is moving as it always has, spinning at over 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. The next, everything stops. No warning, no gradual slowdown. Just an immediate, absolute halt. At first, there is an eerie silence. Then, chaos erupts, the winds of destruction. Even though the planet has stopped, the atmosphere does not. The air, still moving at an incredible speed, transforms into a catastrophic force. Winds stronger than any hurricane in history sweep across the land, ripping buildings apart, shattering glass, and lifting anything and anyone not anchored to the ground. Cars, trees, even massive skyscrapers. Nothing is safe. The wind itself becomes a weapon, a force of pure destruction. At the equator, where rotational speed was highest, the devastation is absolute. Cities are wiped clean off the map. In places farther from the equator, such as Canada and northern Europe, the effects are slightly less extreme, but survival is still nearly impossible. The sudden shift in wind patterns alters global weather systems forever. Oceans, rebel with no rotation. Earth's delicate balance collapses. The oceans, once held in place by centrifugal force, begin to move. Tsunamis unlike anything the world has ever seen rise from the depths. Entire coastlines disappear in an instant, as walls of water hundreds, maybe even thousands, of meters high crash onto land, consuming cities, forests, and everything in their path. But the water doesn't stop there. It begins to migrate, flowing toward the poles. Without rotation, the equator no longer bulges outward, and gravity redistributes the oceans. The once dense tropical regions become exposed seabeds, while the poles swell with rising waters, drowning entire continents in ice-cold floods. Millions, perhaps billions, perish in mere hours. Of eternal day and night with rotation gone, the familiar cycle of day and night vanishes. One half of the planet is locked in eternal daylight, scorched under the unrelenting sun. Temperatures rise beyond anything humans have ever endured. Oceans evaporate, land turns to desert, and massive wildfires rage across continents. On the dark side of the planet, an equally horrifying fate unfolds. Without sunlight, temperatures plummet. Cities are entombed in ice within days. Plants die, animals freeze, and an eternal night descends upon half of the world. Those who manage to survive the initial catastrophe are forced underground, searching for warmth and food in a world where the sun will never rise again. The earth shakes, the core fails. The sudden stop sends shockwaves through the planet. The crust, which had been moving along with the rotation, suddenly grinds to a halt, causing devastating earthquakes worldwide. Mountain ranges shift, fault lines rupture, and volcanoes erupt with violent force. Even worse, Earth's molten core, responsible for generating our protective magnetic field, begins to slow. Without rotation, the field weakens, exposing the planet to deadly solar radiation. The atmosphere, already in turmoil, is slowly stripped away by the sun's relentless energy. Without protection from space radiation, life on the surface is doomed. Cancer rates skyrocket, genetic mutations occur, and entire species begin to die off. The very air we breathe is at risk of disappearing. Can humanity survive? A handful of people, those lucky enough to be in underground facilities or heavily fortified locations, may endure the first wave of destruction. But what comes next? With food supplies running out, extreme temperatures making survival impossible, and the very air becoming toxic, the odds are stacked against humanity. Perhaps some survivors will create underground cities, using geothermal energy to sustain life. Perhaps advanced technology could shield small pockets of civilization from radiation and extreme weather. But in the long run, survival would require an almost complete reinvention of human existence.